Hello everyone, welcome to my podcast. My name is Julia. I'm the owner of Handmade Jules. I make little videos like this. I try to make one once a month, just sharing my knitting, crocheting projects. Sometimes I show cross stitch, sewing, any other crafty things that I'm working on. I love all kinds of crafts, and yeah, so I like to just share them on here and maybe inspire some of you guys to make some cool things too. So this is an exciting podcast. I feel like I have all the things. I have FOs, whips, new aspirations that I haven't talked about in the past. And no, I don't have any yarn this week. That's the only thing. But other than that, I feel like there's lots of good stuff. And I'm not just sharing the same boring thing over and over again. So that's really exciting for me, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. I have my little assistant with me today, Chevy. He's a little cutie. He is our new puppy. He is 5.5 months old, and he's a Bernedoodle, so he's super fluffy and cute. And he doesn't shed, which is amazing. It's been good, and yeah, we've had him for 2 months now, and he's super awesome. We love him, and yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way. Anyways, that's a little side tangent. If you're new here, I like to post these monthly videos. I try and do every month. Sometimes I'll do like an extra video in the month if I have something fun I want to talk about, whether it's my stash or a roundup of things I've already made that I want to chat about again. So yeah, some of you like those videos a little more, but I like to do these monthly ones just to update you on what I'm making and yeah, what's going on in my knitting crochet world. I have a mixture of knitting and crochet to talk about today. I want to start with my finished objects. So first one, which you probably know what it is because I talked about it last podcast. I finished my sweater number 9 by My Favorite Things Knitwear. Yay! You guys, it's so good. It's so good. Okay, I'm gonna back up just so you can see it a little better. Just check this out. Oh yeah. How beautiful is that? Just giving you a little close up. Okay, it's not the neatest in the world, but my sleeves are so good. It's so fuzzy and nice and oversized. So I'll first chat about the yarn here. So I held 2 yarns together for this project. It was Knitting for Olive Heavy Merino in the colorway Cream, and then I held it with a mohair from Knit Picks, and it's the only mohair they have. It's the Aloft line in the color White. So it's a mohair and a heavy worsted, I want to say. It's a worsted weight. So it makes a bulky weight yarn is what it's supposed to do. This deep raglan is so beautiful, and both sides of it makes it, like the detail on both sides just makes it stand out so beautifully. I love this is a 2x1 collar, and I believe, yeah, it's all 2x1. So 2x1 on the bottom, 2x1 on the sleeve ends. I just like the look of this a little more than a 1x1 because I feel like my ribbing is always a little bit messy looking. And especially when I do the 1x1, the pearls look the knits. I don't know which one. One of them looks so just not clean and crisp. And I feel like you don't get that as much when you do like a 2x2 or a 2x1. So it just looks nice and neat for the most part, right? So that was part of the reason why I wanted to make this pattern, is because I really enjoy that ribbing look as opposed to a 1x1 rib. So I tend to gravitate towards those sweaters more than I would for a sweater with 1x1, which is really weird, but I don't know. Are you like that too? Do you like 2x2 or 1x1, one over the other? Let me know in the comments. If I'm the only one or if there's somebody else out there that's like me. But yeah, so this was knit top down, and it started with the collar, which I really enjoyed because I didn't have to go back at the end of the pattern and do the collar, because I feel like once I finish the body or the sleeves, I'm like done. I don't want to do any more finishing. I'm like, get this blocked, get it on my body. So it was really nice to start with that and just have that done and know that it was done right off the bat. And then it went right into the raglan increases on the front and back. So beautiful. I love the detail of that, as I talked about already. And it went by so fast because of how chunky and squishy this yarn gauge is. I really enjoyed that part about it. The sweater did not take me very long to knit, and I'm usually like the slowest knitter in the world, so that was really fun for me to have something done this quick. And as you can see, this raglan is so deep. Look at how far down the body it goes. It's crazy, and it's super oversized and cute. And the sleeves are just a basic sleeve, and it does kind of look like it balloons. It's not an actual balloon sleeve, but it does like obviously go in a little bit at the end. And what else did I want to say about that? Once I was done the raglan increases and I joined to knit in the round for the body, or I was knitting in the round for the body, I stopped knitting the body and I moved and finished both sleeves first, which it was amazing. If you get stuck on Sleeve Island and you hate knitting sleeves at the very end, I highly recommend stopping your body and then pushing through the sleeves and then finishing the body. Just because then once you're done the body, you're done. You don't have to go back, keep doing sleeves. And it really motivated me to keep going on this sweater, even though I didn't want to. So I'm gonna do that again for the next sweater I make, and there obviously wasn't much body to do after, so it flew by. Like I was zooming. Once I got to the ribbing, I'm like, I'm almost there. I'm so close. So I will try this on for you just because I want you to see how the neck looks on me. It's not the greatest, which I'm kind of sad about, but it is what it is. So I don't have the longest neck in the world. My mom has like I shouldn't say that. She has a very long neck, and this really works for her. I feel like it's swallowing me. I don't know if that's the right word. I feel like I'm getting all this. Obviously I have a shirt on underneath, so this isn't like the exact look I'm going for, but I'm gonna move this chair just so you can see. So it's a really good length. I like that it's not cropped. I feel like it's still, yeah, like it comes up because of how deep this raglan goes, but like it covers like half of my bum, I would say. So I'm maybe not gonna wear this with leggings to a family get together, but I could wear it with jeans or like nice pants. And the sleeve is a little long. As you can see, it's bunching a lot here. That could be the style, whatever, it's fine. Not my favorite. I could go back and adjust that and just take out a whole bunch. Will I? I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I haven't worn this anywhere because it's May now, like it's the end of May and it's super hot out, and I'm not gonna be wearing a fuzzy mock neck sweater anywhere right now. So it's in my closet waiting for next winter, but I don't know about the neckline, guys. It's not feeling like, it's not really great on, like, just for me personally. I don't know. The color's okay. The color works, but it's too high. It's swallowing me. So I don't know if I'm going to just style it differently, wear it folded down, because that could also work. That's not bad. I don't know. That looks a little better, honestly, on me. So that's an easy fix, right? Like I could just easily just fold it down and wear it like this. Could fold it the other way. I don't know if it would look as good that way. Probably not, because the one by one ribs out, but yeah, I like it in better. But then, so I had finished it, and my mom's always interested in like what I'm making, and I told her I finished my sweater, and she was like, oh, let me see it. And she could tell like by my reaction I wasn't like super excited about it, just because of how it fits on me. And then I'm like, why don't you try it on? She tries it on and it fits her, I kid you not, like perfectly. Like she looked like the sleeves were perfect, they weren't too long. And this mock neck actually looked really good on her because, like I said, she has a long neck, and it doesn't, like if I would have knit it shorter, it probably wouldn't have been a big deal. And as you can see me like constantly pulling it down just to make it look a little more normal. So I don't know. I'm like, you should just take it. I'm like, you could just take this sweater and wear it. And she's like, no, you made it. I'm like, yeah, but I'm like, I'll let you borrow it. If you want to wear it, let me know and I'll give it to you to wear. So yeah, I think I'll get some use out of it one way or another, whether it's through my mom or me wearing it in a different way. I could even fold I don't know. Yeah, anyways, it's soft and warm and not very scratchy, which is really nice. But I just love how cozy and the color's good. It fits me decently around here, like the way it's supposed to. I think it's got the right amount of ease. It's just the sleeves and this color that I'm not a huge fan of. So I hope that gives you some good feedback on whether or not you want to make this and any adjustments that you might want to make if you also have a short neck, or I don't know, don't gauge swatch. I did gauge swatch, but the sleeves were, I don't know. I didn't gauge swatch. I didn't measure before and after, so I didn't know how much it grew. I didn't think it would grow that much with blocking, and it grew a lot. But that's my sweater number 9 from My Favorite Things Knitwear. I'm done talking about this, and we're moving on to summery things. Yay! So actually, I'm gonna talk about quickly a crochet finished objects that I have done. Last weekend was a long weekend in May, and I was at a camp with a bunch of high school kids so I volunteer at my church, me and my husband, and they do a retreat every year up north, and we go and there's games and worship and there's color teams and we play games and try and get points and all the stuff. So my husband and we were on the green team. I've been on the green team 2 years in a row now. And last year I crocheted a whole bunch of bucket hats. I almost lost the word. So this year I was like, okay, I'm making more for my team. I only had 8 students on my team this year, and I wanted to make a whole bunch and just make sure everybody had enough spirit wear and we were gonna be amazing and cool. So I will show you the hats I made this year. Last year I made like a swirly one that looked like a watermelon. Actually, I made one of those this year too, but I don't have it with me. Anyways, this is the one I wore, and it's hilarious. So I made this Shrek hat, and it's super cute. It has the Shrek, I don't know what you call these things. Ogre ears? I don't know. The ogre ears? Yeah. And it's a super cute bucket hat. It's got like so you can wear it all down like that. I wore it kind of like with this flipped up, just so I could see and like it wasn't obstructing my view of anything, but you could wear it down like that as well. Just kind of, yeah, it's super cute and I like it. Then I also made, oh, this one's having some troubles. Whatever, I don't know what happened there. A frog. It's so funny. Yeah, so this one I gave to one of the grade 10 guys to put on over his like ball cap. Because I'm like, you need to be green. And he had no green. So I gave that to him to wear. And it's super fun. So I will keep all these hats for maybe next year when I'm on the green team. And I can hand them out again. And then I made this. This is a knit one, actually. So this is the Say Anything hat. I've made a few of these with the sports teams. So like the Bills, I made a Bills one, a Dolphins one, and a Jacksonville Jaguars one when it was NFL season. But I made one that says Go Green Team. And it was just really fun for me to make. I don't know. You can see all that color work on there. And this yarn that I use is just like a really cheap acrylic. I want to say it's the Red Heart Comfort yarn. This was like a giant ball of lime green yarn that I got from, I think it was Yarn Canada, just online, but you can get it at Michael's. I just didn't want to use like expensive yarn for this because I knew they're teenagers and they wreck things and I don't care if they get ruined. And I wanted them to be like easily machine washable, all things. So I just used acrylic for all of these hats. But they turned out really cute, and yeah, I'll put a picture of a few of the girls and just wearing the hats if I can. And yeah, it was a really good weekend. I had 2 5-hour nights of sleep, which was not enough for my body. So I had some recovery time after that, and I'm okay. I'm doing good. We're good now. Yeah. So that's it for the FOs. I want to move and talk about my whips now. So we'll quickly talk about this one first behind here. So these are my vanilla socks that I'm making for my brother for Christmas. I'm trying to knit a bunch of presents this year for Christmas, and I need to get ahead of the game and have them done before December 24th. So yes, this is the second sock of my pair. I've already knit the one. This yarn is Patons Kroy socks in the color Camo Colors. And as you can see, I'm just doing the heel gusset now, decreases. So I just started those. You can hardly even see that, but I finished the flap and the turn. So we're moving along on these socks, and his feet are decently big, so the foot will take me a while, but I'm making pretty good progress on these. I love this color. It's so pretty. I've talked about this before. It's just a nice like transition, super gray, green, blues, dark browns, very camo, and he loves to hunt. So I think he will enjoy these. Yeah, just for wearing while he's hunting, maybe. And this is it in the ball. It just looks really nice and marled and pretty. Sorry, I heard something in my house. It's weird. Where was I? Now I lost my train of thought. Don't know. But these are almost done-ish. And yes, moving on. That's the only pair of socks I have on the needles right now that I'm like currently actively working on. So I might cast on another pair. Sometimes I like to have 2 pairs that are a little bit different just so I can have variety and change it up when I feel like knitting on something else. So I might cast on another pair, but I'm content with what I have right now. And you'll see when I show you my other 2 whips, I am plenty busy working on things. So this is another update. So this is living in my, I don't even know how to say this name, my Fajal Raven bag. I don't even know what you call this bag, but I like them and they're super cute. I like the handles at the top, but you can also wear it as a backpack. It's a nice little small one too, so I can bring this one to work and it's not like huge, an extra bag that I'm bringing. And this color is my color. This is awesome. So living inside this bag is my Cumulus Tee. Yay! You remember this one from last time, guys? This was hardly a shirt the last time I was showing you this. It was nothingness. It was like a strip of fabric. And now it's looking more like a shirt-ish. So I have finished the raglans and I split for the sleeves. You've got this V, you can see the V-neck forming here. I have yet to do so I've just started, I'm just barely going, like working in the round right now. So I'm not very far into the body, but we are rocking and rolling. And I think I'm going to stop at some point and do the sleeves and maybe the I-cord around the collar before I finish the body. I think I'm going to do that just because the sleeves are going to be annoying and I kind of want to get those done. So I might knit the body a little bit more and then stop, put them on hold, and then do my sleeves. Just because I had just talked about how amazing it was to have the sleeves done before I finished the body. So I think I will stay true to my word and try that again for this tee, even though the sleeves aren't very long. This project is taking forever and eternity because it's fingering weight yarn. And these are 3mm needles. Where are they? They're so tiny. They're so tiny. And it's a lot. It's a lot of stitches. It was like, how many was it? Like 300 and something. It was crazy. I was like, I've had enough. I'm good. It was a lot. Which I knew going into it was going to take me forever because if you think about socks and how long socks take me to make, it's fingering weight in a garment. So I'm partially regretting my decision, but I also know this is going to be a shirt that I wear with those flutter butt shorts that that I've made. So I will have a lounge set and it will be amazing. And I'm just looking ahead to that and hoping that it all looks good together. So I'm just gonna quick talk about the yarn. This is Knit Picks Gloss Fingering. So it is a silk merino blend yarn in a fingering weight. And this is the color Velveteen. It's a really nice, like dusty purpley pink color, like a mauve. And the silk is, I feel like there's a decent amount of silk in it. 30% silk, 70% merino wool. And it's a hand wash dry flat, obviously, because it has silk in it and all the things. But the drape in this yarn is insane. Like, it's crazy. And it's so soft. It is, yeah, it's a dream to work with. It is a little bit splitty, I will say, just because I'm using like very small needles. And I do find it's hard sometimes to, just when I was doing my make one rights and lefts, it was hard to like pick it up, and just because it's so tight and everything's tight. So that was a challenge. Just be aware of that, but it is so soft and beautiful. And yeah, I'm very excited about this. So yeah, these needles are like I said, they're 3mm metal needles. I've come to enjoy working with metal needles. I had a serious hate for them when I first started knitting, just because I was like, wooden needles all the way. Yeah. And now I'm like, I kind of like, I don't know. I like them. And I find they don't clink as much as I thought they would. And I am a really tight knitter, so I think that the metal needles helps loosen my gauge a little bit. And yeah, I'm enjoying them. So that is it for my Cumulus Tee by PetiteKnit. And we're moving on. I have a new whip this week that you haven't seen yet. Give me a minute. I've got to pick up the yarn that's on the ground here. Okay. We have a new whip and it's large. What do you guys think it is? I think I talked about it before. Yay. I'm so excited. to show you guys this. It is the, wait for it, the Napa Sweater. Look at those baubles just for a second. Oh my goodness. So this is by KneeCoalKnits. On Instagram, she is, KneeCoalKnits. So it's KneeCoal knits. So Nicole Shia, I think is her name. And when I first saw this pattern, I think it was free, and I was super pumped. I'm like, I need this. I love the baubles. I love how loose and drapey and summery it is. And it calls for a worsted weight cotton yarn. It's actually, the sample yarn is We Are Knitters, the Pima cotton from We Are Knitters. So it says of any DK worsted weight, which kind of concerns me because DK and worsted are not the same at all. They're very different. But the Pima cotton from We Are Knitters is a worsted weight. So I chose to go with something that was closer to that yarn to try and keep my gauge the same. So the yarn I'm using is Barocco Modern Cotton in the color, it's just a number, color 1603. So yeah, this is a 60% Pima cotton, 40% rayon. It's the upside down Modern Cotton. I'm sure many of you know about what Barocco is, who they are. They have tons of yarn lines. I got this at one of my local yarn stores, a Creative Knitter in Ridgeway, Ontario. It's a very pretty creamish beige color. And the rayon's giving it a little bit of shine, which is fine, just because it's going to be a summery spring sweater. And that's what the pattern calls for. So we're rolling with it. It's going to be great. I'm knitting the size extra small. And what else do I want to say? I'll show you the actual thing again. So this sweater is worked bottom up, which I've never done before. And reading the pattern, I did not know it was bottom up until I started reading the pattern. So that's been an adventure. And I'm just working on the ribbing right now. It's not wanting to focus at all on this. There we go. Sorry, guys. There we go. Oh, yeah. So my 1x1 ribbing, I was just talking about how I don't like the look of 1x1, but I really, really, really wanted to make this pattern, and I had the yarn for it. I have a whole bunch of this yarn ready to knit something out of it, and the yarn, the pattern I had, everything I had, and I was like, you know what, whatever. I'm gonna push through the ugly 1x1 ribbing to make this pattern, and it's not looking bad. So I'm happy about that. And I'm using my Lucas. These are the 5mm US 8s and the blush. I have the blush interchangeable set, and I'm using my Luca cords with it. They're super good. They're the swivelly ones, so it doesn't get too all swirled around and everything, all annoying. But I am a little bit nervous about the bottom up. I don't really know what to expect. And it will be weird to have the body completely done and then have to do the, I don't know how it's gonna work. And I don't read patterns ahead of time. So that's a me problem. That's completely my fault. And it's just how I do things. So I'm, working on the bottom cuff right now, and I'm not very far, but I have it cast on, and that's all that matters. So I'm really excited about this one. It has a really good, like, cool, airy, drapey feeling already, and I'm only like 6 rows in. So I'm really pumped about this. And yeah, just having the sweater on the needles. So that's all for whips, FOs, all the things. I do want to share an aspiration that I have 2 aspirations. So once I finish these summer garments, or have at least one of them done, I will be casting on another one. And today, as of May 24th, the Costa Tank from BlueBirdPineShop has been released on Ravelry, and I believe like her website, but I go on Ravelry, and I think most of you know what Ravelry is. But her pattern was released today, and it is a beautiful, I'm gonna post a picture or two of it right here. It's a beautiful tank top with this really pretty eyelet scalloped edge, and I think it's so cute and simple, but like I want to have 1 or 2 or 5 of these in my wardrobe. And I feel like it's a pretty decently easy pattern. It's a DK weight yarn, work top down, then you do the eyelets, and I don't know how you do the scalloped edge, but it's something I'm willing to learn. So I bought the pattern because it is actually on sale. So if you follow the BlueBirdPineShop on Instagram, she did this Costa Tank is live and it's on sale this weekend only. So if you are watching this video and you love this pattern, go buy it. It's a little bit of a discount, which is super nice. And I bought it. I'm ready to cast one on, but I don't have the yarn for it yet. So I'm talking really fast because I'm really excited about this pattern. It's a DK weight yarn is what it calls for, in a cotton linen blend. And I don't know what the brand of yarn she actually uses was, but I am planning to use the Cotton brand from Knit Picks. I have so much of this yarn in my stash. This is the yarn I use for my animals that I make. So it's 70% Tanguis cotton, 30% linen, and it is a DK weight. It is the greatest yarn ever. I love it's soft. It gets even softer as it's worn. It's a 4-ply. They have the greatest colors. They're so modern and beautiful, and this is a colorway linen. But I want to make this tank top in a cream color, just like she did in her sample photos. So the colorway Swan in the Cotton line on Knit Picks is what I want to use for this pattern, but they are out of the Swan on Knit Picks until June 7th. This will be restocked. So I'm planning to wait until then and then order a bunch of that Swan to make this tank top. So this isn't really like an aspiration right now because I don't have the yarn for it, but I wanted to talk about it in case you guys want to buy the pattern and cast it on, because it's a good deal and I love to support these smaller-ish pattern designers just because I knit a lot with PetiteKnit and I love her stuff, but she's like obviously very popular and doesn't need like the support, but there are a lot of smaller knitwear designers that could use our support. So if you like this pattern, go and buy it. Like, it is so good and I'm pumped to cast one on myself. So yeah, that's that for the Costa Tank. And one more aspiration, I think I may have talked about this before, is the June top. So I'll post a picture of it right here. This is a PetiteKnit pattern. I was just talking about her. I do not own this pattern yet, but I will be making a June top. I think it's a June top light with the fingering yarn. There's many different weights that you can use for this top. It's just a very simple, thicker strap, which I like because it can cover your bra strap, but it's a super summery, nice top. That I really want to make. So I have yarn coming in the mail from Sunday Fiber Co. And I will share more about this aspiration when that yarn comes in the mail. And yeah, that's just another little, if you're liking the tank tops this time of year and getting excited about knitting summery things, this is another great one to consider making. What else do I want to talk about? I think that's it, guys. I'm looking around. I think that's it. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching again. If you're back again from the previous video, thank you so much. If you're new, welcome. I am just this crazy girl wearing a Shrek hat and I love sharing about this craft, and I'm just so happy to have so many people like you around me that also love yarn and knitting to share this stuff with. So it's super fun, and I hope you guys are having a great day. Happy knitting, and have a great rest